Hey guys, what's going on? TriggerhappyJon coming at you with another Nier Reincarnation video. So on today's video, what I want to talk about, guys, is the companions. Now, I know companions are kind of like last on the list as far as what to be doing in game to really raise your force. Now, there are some what do you want to call them? Maybe guidelines to follow when doing companions. And there's certain companions that do more for you than others. Now, when I say this, I literally mean, so as you can see here, like we have this fire pot, right? It's a blaze shutdown, which just means it's a fire mitigation one. But if I go to, say, another one, so this one is water shut down. If I go to this one, this is ice water support. Now this is a water up. So notice that even though they're both pods, they do different things. So basically the very high level point of this video today is just going to be telling you and explaining to you, like, look at the pods and the different companions and see which one is going to work the best for you and why it's going to work the best for you. So I want to try to keep this video kind of short, so sorry if I go a little too fast. But I will start off with explaining that you see all the different characters here. Now, the reason why you want to note these is they all take different materials to upgrade. So notice as I click through all these different companions, right? There's different materials here, and you upgrade them at different levels. So the big thing to know is that your books all take the same materials. Like your bears all take the same materials, your spirits all take kind of the same materials, and your dragons take the same materials. So that's something to note, that there's separate materials that you want to farm for each particular companion. Now, you need to be looking at your companions kind of like a both eyes wide open type situation. So you have your companion skill. So each companion has two skills, and keep in mind that you can only use these skills once per fight. So once these companions used, their ability is done, they're shelved, and it's not going to recycle and go again. So in this case, the Tome Cause and Malice does 170 damage and increased agility by 16%. Now, this is only at level 1. You can scroll down here all the way to the bottom, and it's kind of hard to see on my screen, but you can kind of see this. It's going to do 340% damage with 30% agility. I actually have a spreadsheet with this already in it. I'm going to show you that to you guys later. But okay, so that one's pretty good for if you want to do some wind damage, right? You have another one that's another tome that does, okay, this does a ward, and it's going to increase the defense. It's going to do 340% damage, and it's also going to do water mitigation. So you want to read both skills and figure out, okay, is this what I really want to be using? And if so, why? Because there may be times, guys, where, so for example, ice water shutdown here mitigates 20% damage, but there's also the water doll, Botan. Where's Botan? The water doll. This one right here. This one also mitigates water damage, but it only mitigates 16%. So it's different. But notice it uses a different material than the book did. Now, this is what I really wanted to point out to you guys, because I feel like that's going to be the most crucial thing is, so when we get like subjugation and we get other different events going on in the game, you're going to need 9 different companions to actually be able to use in the fight. Well, 9 companions, it's probably fair to say there's a best in slot for each separate affinity, right? But doesn't mean that that's going to be it and done, right? So if you have, like, have to do 2 fire loadouts, well, you may need 2 fire loadouts with companions, so you're going to have a really good one and a not so good one. In this case, the 16%, the 20%, right? So it's still worth it to know, okay, which ones do you want to focus on, which ones do you want to upgrade? Obviously, I would stress on you, hey, let's upgrade the best companions first and then move on and so on and so forth. But if you somehow find yourself with a lot of extra materials, it's not necessarily the end of the world to go upgrade the other ones. The other thing I wanted to point out to you guys, I'm going to move myself off the screen, or I'm going to move myself just a little bit here, shrink myself down. Now, let me throw up the spreadsheet I made for this. So as you can see here, guys, move my camera up a little bit better. There we go. Okay, So now, as you can see here, I do have the spreadsheet. I will put a link down in the comments down below, or in the description down below, so that we can at least view it. It's not perfect. I'm not. I love making Excel spreadsheets and whatnot. I'm not very good at doing the artistic thing and like making them stylish. I mean, you've seen my thumbnails; they're not that artistic. But here is just a quick breakdown of best in slot from top to bottom. So as you can see here, I have my lights are prioritized damage mitigation priority. So you'll notice that the tome has the highest mitigation damage, the light doll comes in at second, and the light spirit comes in at third. Now these are ordered from top to bottom, and I did the same thing for damage companion as far as like their damage output, right? So that's going to be like how much of the light damage do they give you versus how much damage do they do themselves. Okay, and as you can see here, I listed both parts of their abilities, which is what I was just telling you to do. So you need to read those, and that way you know exactly what you want to use and what you need on your loadout to really make the most fluff for your buck. So I've literally got it broken down here. So you have light, your waters. The waters are coded blue. Your wind are color coded green. Dark here, there's only one dark mitigation, your fire, so on and so forth. Pretty simple. I feel like self-explanatory here. Start from the top, bottom's the worst. But it's super important to note this because you will see a good pattern here that your essentially your tomes are like the best in the game. So you want to get a lot of tomes materials and you want to be able to use them and upgrade them. The other thing, so you may wonder why am I showing damage mitigation and damage companion, is because you should always, in every one of your affinity loadouts, you should have a damage mitigation for the element you're fighting against. So for example, if you are a dark loadout, because you're going to be fighting a light loadout, you need to have light mitigation on your loadout formation. Same thing with fire. If you have a fire loadout and you're facing wind, you need to have a wind mitigation companion on your loadout. That's why I have both of these here. Now there's a third loadout spot. Exactly. I know you're already thinking it. This is where you gotta look and see what is the best route for you, because not all of them are the same. So notice that the fire tome over here on the right. So yes, this does the fire damage. It's the best fire damage. But let's say you're doing a dark loadout and you need a third companion. Well, you replace all these damage ones by the highest one in the loadout when you're using the companion. So you could actually do more harm if you don't have a higher upgraded one by using two of the same element. But this fire damage in a dark loadout, for example, would give you 30% crit rate when maxed out. So that would be your support coming in there. That'd give you more crit rate to more damage. So I hope that makes sense to you. So really what I'm trying to tell you is, you get your damage mitigation, get your damage support up for your opposite end of the spectrum with your loadout, which I can show that here by coming over here and doing this. And if I go to loadouts, oh no, my game has froze. 1 second, we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So like I was saying, if you go over to your loadout and you say, you switch your display here, let me move my camera out of the way again. Kind of just resize myself here. Move myself down here. That'll work. Okay. So as you can see here, this is a wind loadout. I have all three tomes equipped. Now, each tome does a different thing. So this is a wind loadout. This wind tome here is the wind damage. It's a whirlwind support. So it does wind damage for me. It's going to help boost all the wind damage for my loadout. Once that ability is used, it can only be used once per turn on that level. So it's usually a good idea to save these until the boss fight, just as an FYI, just so you guys know. But the other part of this is I now have the water tome in here. That's because ice water shutdown. It does the highest difference as far as mitigating the water damage. So this is what I mean by you want to always make sure you complement your loadout with those two skills. So you complement it with a damage up and a damage mitigation, which helps sustain with your team. And then the last thing is you have this third slot for your companion, and that usually I would use this as a support role. In this case, I'm using the fire tome because of the ability up here to increase the crit rate by 25% for 60 seconds. This is super crucial and it helps me a lot. Like, yeah, I get it. You're not going to do the fire damage, but guys, you don't want to stack the wind damage because it's going to take the highest one. So if you see here, like whirlwind support, if multiple abilities of this type are active, only the highest will be applied. I mean, I guess you could take it if you really just wanted to use it for its A1 ability, just to do the straight damage. And I get that. It's a free attack, guys. But, I mean, you're talking maximum of 340% damage here. Is that really worth it? I mean, one character's main ability is going to do more damage than that. So I feel like it's better to have the support role, so that way you get that crit rate up. Or I think there's another one that does defense down. There's also the another really, really crucial one, which we're going to do a video on later, is going to be the Dark Bear companion. He does a 2-turn blind. Also super important. You guys definitely, like, keep in mind that you don't have to go with all the same, like, affinity type damage for that third companion. It may also be a lot better for you to go the support route with that third companion. But I do highly recommend that you go with the actual damage up companion and the damage mitigation companion, because they will definitely make a world of difference in your loadout. But yeah, guys, that's really all I have for today. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos over the next day or two, trying to get them all ready. I'm going to be going on vacation this weekend, so I will be away. I will do my best to answer all messages on YouTube and on Discord, but I will not be streaming much this week, but I will be back fresh at it next week. So with that being said, you can go follow me at twitch.tv/TriggerhappyJon. I will be live again Thursday nights, which should be right after this video, or 8 hours after this video launches. And then I will be live again next Tuesday, which will be August 7th. So that'll be the next time I'm live, guys. So make sure to come follow me on Twitch and give me a like, subscribe on YouTube if you enjoyed the content. If you didn't, let me know down below what your thoughts and your opinions are. I do appreciate it. I do like to get everybody's feedback. So yeah, I'm going to call her good there, guys. So until next time, peace.